Have you ever noticed your favorite shirt fitting a little looser around the arms? Or maybe when you stand up from the chair, it takes a little more effort than it used to? What if I told you it's not just getting older, it's something much deeper, much more dangerous. And unless you act now, your muscles will keep shrinking every night you go to bed. I'm Dr. James Thornton. I've been practicing medicine for over 35 years across the UK, the US, and Australia, working closely with seniors just like you. And I want you to hear this from me because it breaks my heart when I see patients losing independence. Not because their heart gave out, not because of illness, but simply because their muscles wasted away in silence. This video isn't just advice. This is about saving your strength, your independence, and even your life. Tonight, before you go to bed, the choice you make could either protect your muscles or allow them to shrink further. Stay with me. By the end, you'll know the exact foods and nighttime habits that can preserve your muscles, protect your bones, and help you wake up stronger tomorrow than you were today. Each of these steps I'm about to share is more than a tip. It's a wake-up call, a life-altering truth that can mean the difference between struggling to climb the stairs at 75 or still enjoying a walk in the park at 85. And I want you to listen carefully because the last point might surprise you the most. Many of my patients ignored it for years until it was almost too late. So lean in. Let's begin. Point 1. The bold truth. Muscle shrinkage starts at night. The first truth may shock you. Most muscle loss in seniors doesn't happen when you're awake. It happens while you sleep. Why? Because at night, your body enters fasting mode. If you haven't given it the right fuel before bed, your body breaks down muscle tissue to keep your systems running. This process is called catabolism. Here's the science. After age 60, your muscle protein synthesis slows down by nearly 30%. That means every night your body is already at a disadvantage. If you don't prepare it properly, you'll wake up weaker tomorrow than you were today. I remember a patient, Margaret, 72, from Manchester. She came to me complaining that she could no longer lift her grandchildren the way she used to. It wasn't arthritis, it wasn't heart trouble, it was muscle wasting. And the heartbreaking part? She thought it was just aging. It wasn't, it was preventable. The takeaway? Muscle shrinkage doesn't wait for daylight. It begins at night. But you can stop it if you feed your muscles correctly before bed. And that leads us to point number 2. Point 2, the bedtime protein rule. If you take only one thing from this video, let it be this. Seniors need protein before bed more than any other age group. Protein is the building block of your muscles. Without it, your body breaks down what's already there. But here's the catch. Many seniors are eating far less protein than their bodies require. The science is clear. While the average adult needs 0.8 grams of protein per kilogram of body weight, seniors often need closer to 1.2 grams per kilogram just to maintain their muscle. That's a huge difference. So what should you eat before bed? A small bowl of Greek yogurt with a handful of nuts. A glass of warm milk. Or my favorite recommendation, a scoop of casein protein powder because it digests slowly overnight, feeding your muscles hour by hour. I had a patient in Sydney, a retired engineer named Peter. He started drinking a glass of warm milk with a tablespoon of protein powder before bed. Within 3 months, he told me he could walk up his steep driveway without stopping halfway, a task that had exhausted him just weeks before. The key takeaway: feed your muscles before bed, or your body will feed on them. But protein alone is not enough, which brings us to the next point. Point 3, the calcium and magnesium connection. Now imagine you're building a house. Protein is the bricks. But without cement, those bricks fall apart. In your body, calcium and magnesium are that cement. Calcium strengthens your bones, while magnesium ensures your muscles can relax and repair overnight. Without both, even the best protein won't stick. This is especially important for seniors in the UK, US, and Australia, where studies show over 40% of adults over 65 are deficient in magnesium. And the consequence: muscle cramps, poor sleep, and accelerated muscle breakdown. What do I recommend before bed? A piece of low-fat cheese, a handful of almonds, or a small serving of spinach or leafy greens with dinner. I'll never forget Eleanor, 78, from Boston. She suffered from terrible leg cramps that woke her up every night. When we adjusted her evening meals to include magnesium-rich foods, within weeks she was sleeping through the night, and her muscle recovery improved dramatically. So remember, protein builds, but calcium and magnesium secure. Now, let's go one step deeper, to a nutrient that too many seniors overlook. Point 4. Vitamin D, the muscle guardian. Here's a shocking fact. Seniors in the US, UK, and Australia, even with sunny climates, are severely deficient in vitamin D. Why? Because as we age, our skin loses the ability to synthesize vitamin D from sunlight efficiently. Why does this matter? Because vitamin D isn't just for bones. It's critical for muscle strength and coordination. Low vitamin D increases your risk of falls, fractures, and rapid muscle decline. I often tell my patients, you may have enough protein, but without vitamin D, it's like trying to drive a car without a key. Practical bedtime fix? A supplement with vitamin D3 taken with your evening meal. Or foods like salmon, fortified milk, or eggs earlier in the day. When I advised Charles, a 70-year-old in Perth, to start supplementing vitamin D3, within 4 months he not only felt stronger, he told me he had more energy than he'd had in a decade. So the message is clear. Don't overlook the guardian of your muscles, vitamin D. And now, what about the role of your gut? That's our next point. Point 5. The gut-muscle connection. This may surprise you. Your gut health directly determines how well your muscles absorb nutrients. If your gut is inflamed, even the best protein, calcium, and vitamins will pass through without being fully used. This is why seniors who complain, "I'm eating right, but I'm still weak," often have digestive imbalances. The fix? Add a probiotic-rich food before bed. Think of kefir, plain yogurt, or even a spoonful of sauerkraut. I remember George, 75, from New York. Despite eating well, his muscle loss was rapid. We introduced probiotics into his nightly diet, and within weeks his digestion improved, his bloating reduced, and most importantly, his muscles finally began holding onto the protein he was eating. The takeaway? Strong muscles begin with a strong gut. And once you fix your gut, the next secret is about when you eat. Timing is everything. Point 6. The timing secret. Don't go to bed hungry. One of the most dangerous mistakes seniors make? Going to bed on an empty stomach. When your body senses fasting, it shifts into survival mode. And instead of burning fat, it burns muscle protein, because muscle tissue is the easiest source of energy. But when you give your body a light, protein-rich snack before bed, it feels safe to repair rather than break down. This doesn't mean a heavy meal. In fact, too much food before bed disrupts sleep. The goal is balance. A small serving of protein, plus a nutrient that supports relaxation, like magnesium. This strategy helped one of my patients, Linda, 69, from Florida. For years, she avoided food at night because she thought it would cause weight gain. Instead, she was unknowingly fueling her muscle loss. When she switched to a light protein snack before bed, her energy returned, her sleep improved, and she began regaining strength. So remember, never go to bed hungry, go to bed prepared. And now, let's uncover the final, most overlooked factor of all. Point 7. Sleep, the silent muscle builder. I'll end with the one thing most seniors underestimate. Sleep itself is the most powerful muscle builder. During deep sleep, your body releases growth hormone, the very hormone that triggers muscle repair. But if your sleep is shallow, interrupted, or too short, that hormone release is disrupted and muscle recovery is cut in half. Think about it. You could eat all the right foods, take every supplement, but if your sleep quality is poor, you're still losing the battle. So what can you do? Keep your room cool and dark. Avoid caffeine late in the day. And give your body those essential nutrients, protein, magnesium, vitamin D before bed to trigger deep restorative sleep. I had a patient in London, Edward, 74. He thought his weakness was from aging. But when we improved his sleep hygiene, bedtime routine, nutrition, and light exposure, his muscle recovery soared. He told me, "Doctor, I finally feel alive again." The lesson: sleep is not wasted time. It's the foundation of strength. So let's recap together. 1. Muscle shrinkage begins at night. 2. Protein before bed is your lifeline. 3. Calcium and magnesium secure your gains. 4. Vitamin D guards your strength. 5. Gut health ensures absorption. 6. Never go to bed hungry. 7. And sleep, deep restorative sleep, completes the cycle. These aren't just tips, they're lifelines. And if even one of them stirred something in you, don't let it go. Act tonight. Your future self will thank you. Tell me in the comments, which point hit you the hardest? I read every comment, and sometimes your stories inspire my next video. If this helped you, give it a like. It helps more seniors discover the truth that could save their strength. And if you felt something real here, if this connected with you, subscribe. Join a community where we don't just talk about health, we fight for it together. Because no matter where you are in your journey, your next chapter starts now.